How's it going, everyone? Mike here, September 29th, Merch by Amazon sales update. I decided to do a sales update video, a day or two before I do the actual monthly sales update because, again, it's been a very interesting month. It's going to be either my best month when it comes to earnings, not that it is the best month when it comes to my earnings, and it's going to be my second best month when it comes to the number of sales. And I'll go over that in a bit, but I just wanted to quickly review the numbers and talk to you guys about where I am right now and how it's feeling and all that kind of stuff. So as you can see, it's fairly early on the 29th. I'm recording this, and my 7-day average hasn't dropped below, I would say, 110 to 115 in probably about 2 to 3 weeks. And that's really good because that means that I'm averaging about $450 in royalties a week per 7 days. As you can see here, total sales for the month, I've just cracked 360, which means that I've generated $6,899.32 in sales for a total amount in royalties of $1,495. So that's really, really good. $4.15 per sale, and that's exactly kind of where I want it to be. I would be happy with anything over 4, but I've mentioned this before in some of my videos. If my products start selling, the ones that I've started listing a couple of months ago at a lower price point, this might drop, and then depending on the product type, so for example, if my number one selling products are pop sockets, this will definitely drop. But anywhere over $4, I would even be happy. $3.75, that's fine with me. I was actually, let's go to this screen. So total for this month in the US, 360, overall 410 sales. We have 2 days to go, or I guess a day and a half, so we'll see where we end up, but again, this so far has been an incredible month. What I was looking at are these numbers, and it turns out that I've only had 7 days this month, so in the last 30 days, where my sales have been under 10 sales per day in the US, and I think about 4 where I've had sales under 10 items in across all the marketplaces. So basically, it's definitely, every single day has been a 10 plus sales day, which is again incredible. And then if we're looking at where the sales are coming from, we're looking at 50 sales in all the other marketplaces. So again, taking that number on its own, I have to say that I'm really happy about it, right? I mean, these are the marketplaces. Some of these are, very, very new. Germany is fairly, I think it's been around for maybe 2 years now, maybe a year, and so these are new marketplaces for us. I definitely don't have as many products or designs up in these marketplaces as I do in the U.S. So looking forward, this can only improve, and especially if I ever start doing any kind of specific research, product research, niche research for these marketplaces, or for example, if I start listing products in German or in French or in Italian, right? Then that will definitely change the dynamic. I can't see myself doing that anytime soon. Again, if this was my full-time job, then for sure. But again, I am spending most of the day on my actual full-time job. So I wish I had more time to concentrate on this, but again, working on this a couple hours a day and getting these kinds of results is incredible to me. I'm very happy about it. When it comes to the types of products that are selling, again, there's nothing different. Nothing has changed, in the last couple of months. My best-selling products are still, standard T-shirts and pop sockets. I am surprised that iPhone cases are outselling premium T-shirts, because I did have a bunch of products I would say probably a year ago that were selling well, and it was premium T-shirts, and for some reason, you know, that's what people were selecting. But that's really dropped off, and I don't know why, and I don't know how. But again, this is just the reality of you know what we're dealing with. The other things are that, again, I am sticking to my 1,000 uploads a day. As you can see here, I'm about to crack 90,000, and that's going to be today, by the end of today. So by the end of today, I will have 90,000 products live on Amazon through Merch by Amazon. I have to actually say that for my brain to kind of comprehend what's happening here. We do have to recognize that my live designs are very, very low. I was watching some of the other channels, you know, people doing sales updates and all that kind of stuff, and you know, there are people with 120, 150,000 live designs up, and you know, they're making maybe 4,000 or 5,000 bucks a month in royalties. So I mean, these numbers, I really don't know how to feel about them. All I can say is, you know, I'm staying committed and very motivated that this number will be growing over time, and I'm going to be pumping out 1,000 designs or whatever my daily limit is every single day, because again, this is a long-term project, and you know, if somebody loses kind of sight of what this program can offer and what the possibilities are, I think it would be a mistake. So I would just say, do not be short-sighted. Do not think about this as a short-term project. This is a long-term project, and this honestly can be life-changing. You just have to stick around if your numbers aren't what you want them to be today. When we're looking at the monthly chart here, again, as you can see, this you know, it does stick out with and again, this is just the U.S. market with 360 sales, and we have to go all the way back to December of 2018, which was my best month ever when it comes to the number of products sold, with 580. But again, this month is pretty much the best month, because you know, the numbers aren't there, 360 compared to 580. Or I guess this would have been the total number, and right now we're looking at 410, because we have to take that into consideration. But as you can see here, $1,367 in royalties versus almost $1,500 in the U.S. And then I haven't done the math, but it looks like, you know, maybe $150 to $200 if I'm doing a conversion quickly and everything, maybe a little less than that in all the other marketplaces. So by far, this is the best month in sales and royalties, but not when it comes to the actual number of products sold. The other thing I want to look at, and this is like, I can't even believe this sometimes, $156,000 in sales. Royalties are somewhat low, $28,000, 320, and it's because of this. I was actually thinking, if my royalties per sale overall were, for example, let's look here, let's say what they are right now on a monthly basis, which is over $4, my royalties would be, you know, increased by $10,000. So every dollar you make here, if you have this many sales, that's the, you know, that's the math. It adds up. And then the other thing that I noticed, looking at my total number of sales, I still, according to Merch by Amazon rules, I still wouldn't even have been tiered up to 10,000. So again, the fact that, you know, I went from 8,000 to 20,000, it's just, for me, kind of like winning the lottery, and you know, that's one of the reasons that I'm definitely not taking this as a joke. I'm taking this very seriously. But that's also the reason that I have a very low number of live designs here, because again, keep in mind, I did skip a tier, and you know, before you know, Merch went to this new system, I had something like 2 or 3 thousand designs live out of the 8,000. Like, it was more products, but the actual designs were very, very low, and that's why they're here. So, you know, I can't even imagine what it would look like if I had, you know, my whole all 20,000 designs live, or even 100,000 like some people do. Like, that is the math that I like to think about, but I can't imagine it at this point. Anyways, tomorrow is the 30th. I'm just pulling up the calendar, which is also the last day of the month. And you know, it looks like let me just see here. It looks like I'm gonna crack $7,000 in sales. You know, royalties are going to be amazing, and I'm excited about October. I mean, I really don't know what's gonna happen. There is a possibility if my bestseller doesn't keep performing, as you can see here, as it has this month, that the sales could drop. But there's also a possibility that with this many products, you know, other products will be taking off, and then we're getting into Q4, so things are going to get interesting. So really, at this point, there's no way to kind of predict what will happen. What we can do is guess, but because there's so many factors at play, we really don't know what's going to happen. All I can, you know, say right now is I'm going to be pumping things out. I'm going to be pumping, you know, products out every single day. Every single day, I'm going to push 1,000 products out, and we'll see how far we get. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. See you soon.